that MQ MB administration last 5.5 years. So
Okay.
so today we are going to be discussing about the MQ and MB administration course content, and let's see how we are going to be trying, what are the topics we will cover. So those will be discussed today. And let me go through that course content for the WebSphere MQ course content. Can you see?
Yeah, but before the start, so you able to teach WPS and I mean business process and WSSR also?
No, dear. I am going to teach the WebSphere MQ and MB train.
I mean MB means IIB, the latest one.
Yeah, MB means IIB.
Okay. So I mean you don't know about WPS and
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not about. I'm not a WebSphere portal server or the business process management. I'm just purely the WebSphere MQ MB administrator.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go through that WebSphere MQ training curriculum. So if you see that there is a course training agenda, it will take a minimum 25 to 30 hours. So this will brief about complete MQ 7.5 administration. At the same time, it will cover even 8.0 also. The latest version of MQ is 8.0 only. So still that environment will not set up with 8.0, but the market is the going version is 7.5. The WebSphere MQ 7.5 version is the ongoing the version in the current market. So in that we are going to be discuss the introduction about WebSphere MQ 7.5, and we will discuss about overview of message queuing and what is message queuing and why we need to use message queue. Okay, and types of messages, and we'll see that what kind of models we are going to do, messaging models like synchronous messaging and asynchronous messaging, and how applications will be interacting over the heterogeneous system, which is a different applications which is located in different places, means different environments. How it is going to be integrated and how the application, MQ application, is going to be installed in the different systems, and how the messaging will be used in different types of character sets. So different types of messaging model, transactions, high availability, those will be covered into the first module. Later on, we will see that next we will see the installation of MQ. The WebSphere MQ installation, I will show you that on a different platform like Windows, Linux, and Sun Solaris. So each installation will be different, the process will be there. So I will show you that how to install the MQ on the different platforms. And after that, the prerequisites, when you are going to install the MQ software, these are the prerequisites: creating users and groups, and file system creation, allocating the disk quota, installing server, support packs. These are the installation procedure. After installation, we will see the uninstalling also, how to uninstall the packages which are getting installed in the system, in the different operating systems. Those also will be covered in the second module. Third module will be seen actually after installing everything. We will see how to create a queue manager, how to start and how to stop the queue manager, how to delete a queue manager, and displaying the queue manager status and its properties, how to make the queue manager automatic startup and manual startup, and let's see the queue manager communication between the two different queue managers. It means intercommunication. So these will be covered into the module 3. At the same time, here only we will make it as different types of queues, how many types of queues, what is the channel, how many types of channels, okay, what is the process definition, what is the triggering. So those basic things will be covered into the module 3 only.
Okay.
The next one is module 4. Here it will cover the list of queues, how to create a queues, how many types of queues, what is each queue, which its functionality. Those will be covered into the module 4. It will brief about the queue properties, queue statuses. So whether it is application connected to queue or not, we'll see that. We will see the last put date, get date, and we'll try to put message into the queue. We'll read the message from the queue. Okay, those will be covered into here, the module 4. The next one is channels. We will be discussing the module 3 the basic channel, but here in module 5 will discuss about the complete channel setup, how many types of channels, how to create those channels, how the different types of channel pairing, channel stage, those will be discussed into the module 5. The next one is module 6. Here it will be discussed about the triggering concept, important concepts. Most of the environment they will use the triggering. So those will be discussed here. So in MQ, the best advanced concept is triggering. So we'll use the triggering for invoking an application, for invoking a channel. So this is will be discussed in the module 6. At the same time, here we are going to be discussing one more concept called multi-hopping. That will be discussed. Next one is module 7, which is very important. The clustering, introduction about the clustering, advantage of clustering. How do you set up the clustering? How do you workload balancing? How do you manage the high availability? Those will be discussed into the module 7. So module 8 will be discussed. The publish, subscribe, subscription types. Those will be discussed. How JMS will be, how WebSphere Application Server integrated with the MQ. So how JMS will be worked out in the VAS with MQ, those will be discussed into the module 8. Module 9 will be discussed about the security. It means here OEM security and SSL security and channel authentication record security. Those will be discussed into the module 9. Next one is module 10. It will be discussed about the purely client server communication. Very important. 100% most of the environment they will use the client server communication. So here we will face so many critical difficulties actually in the client and the environment. So we will try to fix it all the issues and we will help you how to fix these issues and how to set up the client server mechanism and with the security with the SSL. Okay, this is very important. After that we will discuss about the multi-instance queue manager setup. Here only the module 10, which is very important once again. Till MQ 7.0 version, there is no multi-instance queue manager setup. After MQ 7.0, the new feature has been implemented that called actually multi-instance queue manager. I mean that the same queue manager will be running in the different places with the sharing of disk. So it required minimum 3 classes. So this is very important. So every interview they will ask you, did you set up the multi-instance queue manager? If you are able to set up, how did you set up? What is the process? So this will be interview question.
Okay.
The next one is module 11. It will be discussed about the logging and which is troubleshooting and how do you take the backup of the queue manager and its objects and how do you restore, how do you migrate the version to version. So taking the backup. So those will be discussed about the backup and restore. And we have the MQ level types of logging. So those will be discussed here only. So how do you maintain the logging configuration? What is the logging sizing? What is the log archiving? And next troubleshooting steps and backup of MQ and its configuration data, checkpoint recovery. Those will be discussed into the module 10. And there is one more concept, support packs. Those will be discussed in the end of the class actually. And in case of any miscellaneous, so will be discussed end of the classes, end of the session. Okay. So this is a WebSphere MQ, the course curriculum. So if you are familiar with the WebSphere MQ only, you should go through the message broker or IIB train. Until unless if you doesn't know WebSphere MQ, there is no point of going WebSphere MB administration. As a MB administrator, you should know the MQ also.
Okay.
Okay.
I do know that SIBs. I configured SIBs, message service bus, messaging engines and everything. I do.
Okay. That is in VAS WebSphere Application Server. We'll call it a service integration by SIB, right?
Yeah, I know up to there. Yep.
Yeah, that is purely different with the MQ and MB.
Okay.
Okay, that we will call as a service integration bus when you are integrating with the different system, so which you are using for the messaging.
Okay. The same. Yeah.
So, but MQ will be using as in a WebSphere Application Server one JMS. In the WebSphere Application Server, JMS, right? JMS to interact with the JMS either point to point or publish subscribe. So we'll use that. JMS will be using as a MQ. We are using as a one JMS provider. So JMS required one server to manage the point to point or one to many communication, right? Messaging. So for that we'll use the JMS, either that default messaging provider, or we'll use the message queuing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And today we'll see the basic demo about the WebSphere MQ. This will brief about the what is the message and what is the queuing, and how we are going to be used in that environment. Basically we'll see that the small demo. It will brief about the message queuing. So as I told you, the WebSphere MQ is the WebSphere middleware system, one of the package, which is one of the module under the WebSphere systems, WebSphere projects product. So it will be using as a message-oriented middleware. So MQ we are using as a message-oriented middleware. If you want to two business applications, they want to integrate. So they want to communicate each other. Okay. If there are two business systems they want to integrate, we need one interface. So those interface will be different types of interface, like WebSphere Application Server, to where we can deploy the business application to run them runtime. So those we will call as WebSphere Application Server, right? Like if the two business applications they want to integrate and they want to communicate each other by sending the messages, So here we are going to use the WebSphere MQ. The WebSphere MQ is a common application programming interface, so which is used for to interact the two different business applications. Here I have one business application. For example, this is one system called. This is one system and this is one system. For example, my system name is host A. This is the host B. Okay. Here I have something. Example, my SAP application is deployed here. Here something I have on Java application. Two different systems they want to integrate now. So here the business perspective, the business requirement. So Java application wanted to communicate to the SAP application for some requirement. They want to communicate each other. Here we need an integration point, right? One interface. Who know the Java application? Who know the SAP application? So accordingly, if you don't have the WebSphere MQ, what they have to use now? They have to prepare an adapter for the Java, which will understand the SAP application, Java plus SAP integration. Here also we have to prepare one Java with SAP, one integrator, right? Now Java want to talk to the SAP application. Wherever Java application is running, I have to use the Java plus SAP adapter, which is defined by the environment dependence. So my environment, I am going to be defined one adapter where my Java with SAP application is integration. If Java wanted to talk to the something different Oracle or something different COBOL, now again I have to prepare an adapter which they wanted to be integrate, which they wanted to talk to each other. Or .NET, now Java application want to talk to .NET application, or C want to talk to C+ application. So each and every application when they want to integrate, I have to prepare an adapter. If I don't have any the WebSphere MQ, for example, you forget about WebSphere MQ. I don't have any WebSphere MQ here. So if the two business applications they want to communicate each other, I have to prepare a understandable adapter, the program. So both the applications they can communicate. So here I have my environment. I have almost 1000 plus systems. I wanted to integrate 1000 plus different applications they have. So each and every system have to prepare an adapter. So this will take a burden to the environment management. So they have to pay so much money to the development to develop this kind of adapters. To overcome the development risk, to overcome the management overhead, so we are going to introduce the WebSphere MQ. The WebSphere MQ is a common application programming interface. common application programming interface. So when you are going to use the WebSphere MQ as an interface between the two business systems, interface between the two different business systems, you need not to prepare any adapters. You need not to prepare any adapter. The WebSphere MQ itself, it is a one common programming interface. Anybody can, any application will interact with the MQ. Any application will interact with the MQ to make a communication between the two business systems. So I am going to use the WebSphere MQ in between the interface, So Java application will talk to the MQ system. So SAP application will talk to the MQ system. MQ will talk to the, again here also the same way. So like this, both Java will talk to the MQ and MQ will talk to the SAP will talk to the MQ. So like that, we will integrate the two business systems using the MQ. So MQ we are using as a one common programming interface. Apart from that, we are providing, when you are going to use the MQ as interface between the two business systems, we are going to provide the multiple things, actually multiple advanced features we are going to use to the two different systems. So the first one is MQ is a common programming interface. The second one is MQ can be deployed into the any operating system. That is the main advantage. So here my Java application currently being running into the operating system called Windows. So Java we are going to run into the Windows system. Windows machine, Windows OS. My host B as SAP application which is running in the Linux machine. So here our MQ application can be deployed into the any operating system. I mean that so MQ is a operating system independent. The first advantage is which is a common programming interface. So it means any application can able to interact. Any application can able to interact. The second one is which is a after common application interface. So my application, my MQ can be deployed into the any operating system. It means operating system OS independent. So OS independent. So for sending a request from Java to SAP application, I am using that Java application internally using the TCP IP protocol. For SAP application, for receiving a message from that Java application, we are using the UDP. Two different protocols we are using in between the two different systems. Even though MQ cannot bother, so MQ will not depending on the application side, application level protocol, which is a free protocol type, free protocol. So MQ will not depending on any protocols what application is using internally. The next one is we are providing the MQ when you are using as interface between the MQ. We are providing the 100% assurance, assured delivery. We are providing your request will not be lost anywhere. We are providing the assured delivery. The next one is we are providing the asynchronous and synchronous messaging. Do you understand the assured delivery?
Yep, I do.
If I am sending request from Java application to SAP application, the same request is sent to the multiple times, means some duplication is happening. I am sending from Java application to SAP application. For example, you will take some credit money transfer. From my account, I am transferring the 1,000 rupees to your account. Okay. When I am transferring the 1,000 rupees, only it has to transfer only one time. It should not transfer multiple times, because the same request is been transferred multiple times. means multiple times your account will be debited, so that it will be lost. It will the customer will be it will be lost for the customer. So this is
Okay.
not the way to multiple times your request should not be delivered. So it is we are providing MQ. If we are using as MQ interface between the two different systems, the 100% we are giving the assurance your request will not be duplicated. Your request will be once and only once delivery, and your request will be assured delivery. It will be not lost anyway. So that kind of assurance we are providing if we are using as a MQ interface. Okay.
Okay.
The fifth one is we are providing the asynchronous and synchronous messaging. Asynchronous and synchronous messaging means if the request is sending from A to some host A to host B, or Java application to SAP application. When I am sending a request from Java to SAP, both application need not to be in sync status. Both application need not to be in available status. So whenever the Java application is sending to SAP, SAP will be down for some time, or SAP is not able to receive the request. You need not to bother about. Whenever the SAP application is available, that will reply back to the again Java application. That is called actually asynchronous messaging. Means both business application need not to be in sync status. Whenever the business application is available, it will receive the request and it will process the request accordingly. The next one is synchronous messaging. When the Java and SAP they wanted to communicate each other, they should be online. Always they should be in online status. If the one application is not available, your request will be timeout. Your request will be timeout. Again, I have to retry the new request. So it means to provide the synchronous messaging, we need to be sync both applications. Then only your request response will be considered accordingly. Otherwise, the response or request will be timed out. If I am doing some balance inquiry, when you go to something like ATM, you will do the balance inquiry, right? When you do the balance inquiry, it will get sometime timeout because it will when the request is when you enter the some balance inquiry, it will go and fetch the data from the database. If the DB or the database application is not available, backend application, it will wait for the some second and you will get the some response saying that the balance is it is regret to inconvenience your request. It means getting timed out. Or for example, through your mobile, when you run the balance inquiry query, *123 some hash something dial code. When you enter the dial code, it will go and fetch the data from the balancing from the database from the network. So what about the details of your mobile? Sometimes you will get some timeout. The request is not getting processed. Immediately it will get some error saying that your request will not be processed. Timeout. So that kind of timeout processing will be happen when you are sending the sync response. When you are sending the sync message, means both applications are not available. The front end we are waiting for the response. I will wait for the response only for the 3 seconds or 4 seconds. I cannot wait for the more than 3 hours or 4 hours. Just normal balance inquiry. So this kind of messaging will support by the synchronous messaging. Okay. The next one is we are providing the message will be logging when you are using the persistent messaging. Persistent or non-persistent. So MQ will be using as a persistent and non-persistent messaging. So persistent message means your request will not be lost anytime. Non-persistent message means there is a message, there is a request will be lost sometimes in the some reasons. Okay. So some reasons your message will be lost. Okay. If you are setting the non-persistent message, so your message will not be lost. Okay. Where is a critical condition, your message may be lost sometimes. So like that, there are so many advantages when you are going to use the WebSphere MQ advantage. We are providing the assured delivery, we are providing the asynchronous messaging and synchronous messaging, persistency messaging, free protocol, and OS independent, common application programming interface, and it reducing the development task. You need not to prepare an adapter, right? Development burden will be reduced. Because you need not to prepare any adapter.
Okay.
So we are using MQ itself, it is adapter, right? So management cost, it will be, so mostly 80% of revenue the companies are wasting by developing the this kind of adapters. When the MQ has come into the picture, so most of the companies, they have the revenue, they are getting so much revenue when they are using as a WebSphere MQ, because they are not wasting the money for developing adapters. Simply they are buying the WebSphere MQ license and they are using, and their mostly time also will be saving. We need so, because if you're developing so many adapters, this will consume so much time. To reduce the time, to reduce the development burden, to reduce the money perspective for the management. So MQ is a very good tool for interface between the two different business systems. Okay. So like that, there are so many advantages which we are providing the parallel mechanism. So there are so many advantages when you are going to use as a WebSphere MQ. These are the main advantages when the WebSphere, when the client, when there is going to be used, we can suggest to the client. So these are the advantages, but you can use the WebSphere MQ so that your time will be saved and your money will be saved and your request will not be 100% assured to the message processing in between the two business systems. Okay. This is about the advantages of the WebSphere MQ. So what is a message and what is a queuing? So when it is coming to the message queuing, the message contains the meaningful information. It contains some meaningful information which will be understood by the different system. So that using the messages, we are calling the one program to the another program, or one application to the another business application. Okay. So rather than calling each other, we are sending the messages from one system to another system, or one business application to the another business application. Instead of calling each other, what we are doing, simply we are passing the message. The message will be reading by the destination application. He will process accordingly and send reply back to the caller. So this is called actually messaging. And what is queuing? Sending a message and keeping in sequential manner and processing by the destination application. We will keep the message into the one buffer where the message will be saved, and the message will be moved by the picked by the destination application in sequential order. So that is called actually queuing. Putting message into the queue and getting message by the application. That is called actually queuing. So altogether, message queuing. Understand, Raj?
Yes, exactly. I understand that. Okay.
This is the small diagram where the application will be sending and how the message will be storing into the queue, how the destination application is picking. So usually wherever the application is deployed, those places will install MQ software. So it depends actually. If I have the 10 applications running in the same system, I will install the MQ software there only. Okay. Now applications will talk to the MQ and MQ will talk to the other MQ again. Here what I have shown you, the Java application where it is running, here I have to install MQ software, and SAP application where it is running, here I have to install the MQ software. So again, the MQ software is different types of MQ softwares are available. One is that MQ server software, MQ client software. So MQ server software, here only we will create the runtime components like queue manager, queue, channel, listeners, etc. When coming to MQ client is a small component which is a one component which will talk to the queue manager. It will talk to the queue manager, either put or get the message for the message queuing services, either to put or get the message from the queue.
Okay. So is that queue, I mean, server and client can be installed and
see the sorry, Raju?
Is the server and client can be installed on the same machine?
No, not required. Not required. That is depends actually. If they are using that mode, the binding mode, or the application will use this kind of mode actually. There are two types. One is bind and client.
Okay.
If they are using binding mode, client is not required.
Okay.
If they are using client mode, there is client should be installed.
Okay.
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 So when they will use the binding, actually the Java application MQ, both are running in the same system. They can go for the blindly binding method.
Okay.
You need not to go for the clients. It will give the best performance.
Okay.
Okay. If they are using the client, it will give the compared to the binding method, the client will give the less performance.
Okay.
So purely you can suggest to your client, first when the MQ and application is running in the same system, go for the binding method.
Okay.
So when the client, in the Java application and MQ, here MQ is there. The functionality is you want to put message from the here only. Some SAP application here, for example, SAP application I have installed MQ software. Here I have installed MQ, right? Here I have installed MQ software. I don't have any in between. Java application doesn't have any kind of MQ. Only SAP having only MQ like queues, queue manager and everything. Now Java want to talk to the SAP application, right? Here what I will do, I have only single application. Here I don't have any storage. I don't have any mechanism to store the request. I don't require. I need only performance. I want to just only either put or get the message to the queue only. I don't require MQ server like queue manager, queues, nothing. I just wanted to perform an action to put message and to get message from the SAP application. So I will suggest to install the client software here, MQ client software.
Okay.
It doesn't require much storage. Now MQ client will talk to the MQ queue manager for the inquiry of SAP application, either put or to get the message from the SAP related application. Here MQ level we have some queues, channels, everything will be there using those objects. So our client Java application will talk to the MQ and he will put message to the SAP related queues. And once the request is been sent to the SAP related queue, now SAP application will take the message from the queues and he will process and send reply back to the reply queue. So again my reply queue will be listening by the my client application. He will take the message from the reply queue and he will give it to the Java application. So Java application will process the reply. Okay. Depends on the scenario. We are going to use that WebSphere MQ and WebSphere server. If you have only, I wanted to communicate MQ to MQ, queue manager to queue manager communication. Here also we have to install MQ software. Here we have to install again MQ software. Now here again I have to create the queues, queue manager, everything. Queue manager, whatever the queue manager, queue, something I have to create here. Now these MQ will communicate each other. So this is called actually intercommunication, queue manager to queue manager communication, or we'll call it a distributed queue management. So the first we have shown you that client to server communication, client to queue manager communication. Okay. So the different types of we have only two types mainly: queue manager to queue manager communication and MQ client to queue manager communication. Okay. So it depends on the requirement. So they will use the either client or either a queue manager to queue manager communication.
Okay.
So the required objects are queue manager, channel. There are so many related MQ related objects will be there. So depends on the situation, we will use those objects. So let's see that. So we have seen that what is the message and what is the queue, right? So let's once again we'll see that what is the how many types of messages we have and what are the different types of messaging properties. Those we'll see now.
Okay.
So messages are 4 types. Messages are 4 types. One is the request message. Second one is reply message. Third one is datagram. Fourth one is event. Event message. Or first we'll see the request message. Event or something like this is called actually the event message, or we will call as a automated event. This is COE, COD, confirmation arrival and confirmation delivery. So for to generate the events, to generate the COA, we will use this kind of messages, event messages. A report we will call as a report. This is very important. So let's see that what is a request message. A request message is a message which can expect the reply.
Okay.
So I am sending some balance inquiry. When you do some balance inquiry, you are expecting some reply, right? So that we will call as a request message. What is a reply message? Someone is requested for which is a message of requested message. I have requested some reply to receive, right? So that reply message called will call as a reply message. A message of requested message, which is a message of requested message. So datagram is a which cannot expect any reply, which cannot expect any reply.
Like just sending the data.
Sorry?
This is just sending a data.
Yeah, which is just updating statement, update statement.
Okay.
So re-event or report or COA, COD. So these are whenever some specific conditions satisfied, we will generate the reports. We will generate the reports. This we will call as a report message. So when the queue full condition, I want to start I want to send a notification to some group whenever the queue full condition, whenever the queue deleted, whenever the queue altered, some object having some changes. So those will prepare one event. At the same time, whenever application received some message, I want to generate one COD, confirmation arrival. The request been sent to some application. Once the message is reached, it has been processed by the application. That is called COD, confirmation delivery. So this kind of reports, if you want to generate, we will use the event messaging or report messaging. So these are the 4 types of messaging are available in the MQ. Okay. So how Java application will talk to the MQ? We have to use the MQIs. Now Java, this is a Java application. Now Java will talk to the MQ, right? Internally is MQ software. Now whenever the Java want to talk to the MQ, they have to write some API calls, the programming calls. Those API calls will call as a MQI calls, message queuing interface. Okay. Using this MQI calls only, our Java application will talk to the MQ. So those are MQI calls will be using to talk to the MQ. Those are MQ con, MQ open, MQ put, MQ close, MQ disconnect. So the different types of MQ calls will be there to talk to the MQ. So we have the different types of communications method we have. One is the intercommunication. First we'll see the local communication. Local communication. The second one is the client server communication. Third one is the intercommunication. Fourth one is the clustering. Fifth one is there are so many things actually, multi-hopping. These are the concepts which we are going to be discussed. Okay. Multi alias human communication. Multi-instance queue manager, MIQ, multi-instance queue manager communication. So these are different types of communications are available in MQ. So if you are aware of these all communications, you are expert into the MQ administrator. So when you are defining these communications, we will use so many objects for making the communication success. So using those objects, will defining the different types of communications available in MQ level. Okay. So after all these communications are over, during these communications also we will be discussing how to troubleshoot whenever you are facing some issues. Okay, those will be discussed while explaining these classes, these concepts. Okay. So once it is done, then we'll go further how to troubleshoot the real-time scenarios and how to take the backup, how to restore. So those also will be discussed. So So this is about the today's demo session.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are okay,
Yeah,
then
I
we'll.
have a couple questions.
So if you have any doubts or any concerns, so what you are looking for, any specific topic or something?
yeah, actually, like you have covered so far what is the theory part of it, what is the MQ and what is there
Yeah.
inside everything. But in coming to administrator point of view, like are you going to provide the software to install, and are you going to show the installation part and configuration part and everything?
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. So this
Okay.
is a small decision. We are demo class actually. Here I cannot able to show you that big practical thing actually. So the during
Okay.
the classes is what I will do. I will provide the software to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the same time, I will install the software into the my system, and I will show you how
Okay.
to install that one. And
Mm-hmm.
once that installation which is in Windows, I will show you Windows installation and Linux and Sun Solaris. So those three
Mm-hmm.
operating systems I will show you install. And even I will
Okay.
show you the migration also, how to migrate the things from that
Yep.
WebSphere MQ lower version to higher version. This is very
Okay.
very important. Actually, most of
Yep.
that environment they will currently they are doing the migration only all the environment because they have released. I mean, IBM has been released so many new so many new
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
products actually. The MQ versions. It means MQ 7.1 they have released, MQ 7.5 they have released, MQ 8.0 they have released. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
actually that the market is currently being looking for that new version to migration.
Okay.
Okay. So for that I will show you how to migrate the MQ resources from one version to another version, how to take the backup, how to restore them. So those also I will be covering actually. So apart from
Yep.
this, all MQ related administration topics. So whether it is intercommunication, client server communication, clustering, multi-hopping, almost 100% I'm providing the MQ administration
Mm-hmm.
training actually. There is no need to hide or no need to tell you. So everything it will be covered. If you have any doubts during the classes, you can ask me, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely the session before completing session, I will clear your doubts.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds
One
good.
will go through slowly also. No need to go very fast.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go through small one by one concept. If you understand one concept, then we'll go for the next concept. Until unless I cannot continue the next class.
Okay, that sounds good. And my
Yeah,
question
even
is like,
meanwhile, you have to practice also at the same time.
yeah. I have my own laptop
Yeah.
and I have my sandboxes in my company as well. But what I'm saying, like you mentioned
Okay.
about the migration part, right? So you're gonna show
Yeah.
me like with the GUI or like a scripting part as well, like migration using the scripting or like migration using the GUI.
So both the ways. Command even CLI also will show you. Linux operating
Okay, I
system
mean,
also, not only Windows.
okay, do you pretty good at the
So what
scripting
we are
part, right?
practicing,
Mm-hmm.
what we are doing here, same thing it will be explained into the operating system wise, Windows,
Mm-hmm.
Linux, and Sun Solaris.
Okay, I mean I'm talking about the scripting part as
Installation
well.
is differ, but the functions, but the commands we will use is same all the places.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. I mean, what about the IIB?
Yeah, IIB will once you are familiar with MQ, then we will go for
Hmm.
that IIB also
Like
because
how long?
there is a dependency with MQ.
Yeah, and I
Sorry,
understand that, but my question is like, how long
you
that will
understand,
take?
right?
Yeah, I mean, how long
Yeah,
that will
that will
take?
take 15 days plus maybe.
Okay, this one, MQ.
This one take we will complete it by 20 or 25 classes.
So total, it's like 35 class. You're saying
Yeah,
35,
total
40
we will
around.
make it
That's right.
35 classes. You can say 20, 50, 35.
35 to 40, roughly. I mean, sometimes it may not
Yeah,
available or
sometimes
you
you
may.
may not available. Sometimes I may not available. So it will take
That's
another
right.
2, 3 classes extra also. 2, 3
Yeah,
days. Yes.
and
Almost 40 days. I will complete everything.
okay, and outside office hours, I mean, outside the training hours also, are you available?
Yeah, yeah, I'm available. You can call me anytime. No issue.
Yeah,
So
I
for
mean, like,
support.
I mean, I cannot call you my daytime because that's it, night time in India, right? So you might be sleeping. But yeah, anyhow,
Yeah, yeah, no issue. You can call me. Yeah, if you have any issue or facing something, definitely you can reach me, and I will help
hmm
you. No issue.
and the other thing is like we have right now
During office
ESBs.
hours, you are facing any kind of.
Was that?
Sorry, dear.
Sorry, sorry. Ask me
Can you
something.
repeat?
You're saying?
Pardon? Can you repeat?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
during
my
office you are facing any kind of issues, you can reach me. I will help you in that.
okay, that sounds good. And one more thing is like right now we have to migrate the ESPs from 7 to either BPM or BPM process server or like IIB. It's not decided yet,
Okay.
but it should be decided in a couple of
Okay.
weeks. So that's what I'm trying to learn more about this one. So are you familiar with
Okay.
migrating ESBs from ESB to
ESBs I
IIBT or
have not used actually. If you provide me, I will show you from that MB 6 to or 7 or 7 to 8 or MB 7 to IAB 9. That migration I will show
okay,
you.
okay, that sounds good. And one more last
Resources
question.
the same as ESB. ESB also will use the message flows and everything same. Message
Yeah, there is
broker
a
having
mediations
the
we
advanced
need
feature
to.
than that ESB.
Mm-hmm.
So what
What's
we are
that?
doing in the message broker same it will be applied for the ESB also.
Yep. Okay. I mean, like a mediations, migrating mediations also like that everything.
Yeah, I will show you migration in that the message broker 7, 6 to
Okay.
7 or 7 to 8 or something.
Okay. Okay. And have you ever done migrating from WebSphere 8 to 8.5?
WebSphere I have not done actually. I'm not familiar with WebSphere.
Do you know anybody who does that?
Yeah, sure. I know somebody. Definitely, I will help you in that also.
Okay, because I need some help with that as well. So,
Sure. I will help you in that. No issue.
okay, that sounds good. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll talk to him about this everything, and he will get
Yeah, you
back to
just
you.
talk to that SVR guys and let us know. So they will confirm me. So whether we need to start or we need to hold that training. So
Yeah.
based on that, we will continue. Okay. So you just
Okay.
speak to them. They're interested.
Yeah. I'll speak to him definitely. Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, sure. I must. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, Ram. Bye.
Thank you, Raj. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a nice day.
One more, Ram. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
recorded this session?
No, from my side, I have not recorded. I don't think so. This SVR guys, they will record. Okay, they will send you here.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll talk to him and
Okay, thank you.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome. So the going forward, what are the sessions we will provide the record? No issue.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
demo classes, I'm not sure I have recorded or not. But
Yeah.
what are the concepts which we are going to be discussed the next future classes? So every
Mm-hmm.
session will provide the record session. It will be
Okay.
reference to your feature actually.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
We will provide the soft copy and hard copy of soft copy will provide, hard copy will not provide. That record session will provide you and soft copy materials will provide you and software not only for MQ will provide that fix packs and support packs everything will be provided
Okay, that
from my
sounds
side.
good. I mean, I have a IBM Passport account too, but I cannot download it from my personal laptop. I have downloaded everything, softwares, whatever they can provide. But this BBC, BPM, and MQ, MV, they cannot provide the trial versions. So somebody have to get me that.
No. I will provide you. No, don't worry.
Okay, that sounds good.
Hmm.
Okay.
Bye, Raj. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ram. So are you from Hyderabad or like where are you teaching from?
I am from Hyderabad.
Okay,
Meer
which
Telugu?
company? Yeah, I'm Telugu too.
Okay.
Which,
Now I'm located in Bangalore, but basically I'm from that Hyderabad.
which company you're working now?
I'm working for the Mobile, which is a Saudi company.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
I work for the IBM and Capgemini Oracle.
Oh, you
So the
worked
reason,
before there.
sorry, dear.
You worked before in IBM.
I worked for just 6 months before that IBM. So after that I joined in the new company.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah.
So where you are working?
I work for the state government here in Minnesota.
Okay, in US.
Yeah, and yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I've been working. I mean, I worked in Hyderabad too as like a Java developer. Then I moved here. I've been
Oh,
working, but
Java.
yeah,
Okay.
I've been working as a middleware admin for 3.5 years or so. Yeah, but this
Okay.
kind of, I mean, I've been know this topics, but I never get a chance to work. This is the right time to work, so I'm trying to learn more about this.
Yeah, MQ actually there is a good feature in even US. There are so many openings, and even bright feature we have in MQ and MB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Now that the market is they're moving to the WebSphere MQ and MB only. Mostly, most of
yeah.
the
There are a
companies.
lot. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I'm pretty good at WebSphere side though, but not this advanced family of your IBM packages like
Yeah.
VPN. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So can you just try to get me one up with your friends, like your colleagues or something, 8 to 8.5 migration script or
Yeah,
something?
definitely. I will help you with that. No issue. I will ask him.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. I'll talk to them and he will give in touch with you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.